Hi, welcome. I am going to talk about contracts today. I've done this video, but it got loaded funny and I don't know how to get it up properly, so I'm going to redo it. It's pretty easy. Uh, I got my contract a little bit early, like before the lawyer gave it to me, but that was a mutual decision that my intended parents and I agreed to. And I didn't want them to feel pressured because I asked for it, because I like to know what I'm getting into. I like to know what to expect, and if they know, then I feel like I should know. But they were really good with that. If they didn't, then that would have been fine. I would have just waited for the lawyer, but everything else would have taken longer. So, because I really like to go through things and understand them, because the contract, I think it was 60 some odd pages. So it's a lot to go through. They're pretty simple though. They go from very basic things to a little more complicated in the finances, which is, understandable. And um, they say like simple things like you're not to have unprotected sex at certain times, like 2 weeks before. I think it was. I don't know. I don't have sex, so I'm not in a relationship, so it's not really a worry of mine. But for those people who are hoping to be in a relationship or are in a new relationship or a relationship where your partner's not going through it with you and has been tested, then that makes a difference. But again, as a single woman, um, I didn't have those worries. There's a lot that you have to do, and your partner has to be on board with it in order to kind of go through with it, because they have to be tested right along with you and they have to be okay with that. Um, so I'm sure that makes things complicated for some people, but I'm lucky. So I like being in a strong, independent woman, make my own decisions. So some things are like life insurance, and my intended parents are apparently getting me life insurance. I don't anticipate anything happening, but again, who does? But that's really nice of them to have to take care of it, because I wouldn't know where to begin, and one of them is in finance of some sort. So hopefully he understands better than I do, because I do have life insurance somewhere, but I lost it, if that's not too weird. But um, I had an abrupt move and forgot one container, and it had those important papers in it. So I don't know who it's with or where it is. I know it's through Pilot. Anyways, irrelevant. So they're doing that. I think there was other stuff. It's more complicated as well if you have younger children. My daughter is already old enough to take care of herself and be self-sufficient completely. So there's no worries there, but it is more complicated if you have dependent children. Technically, she's my dependent child, but she's not really dependent. She's 20, almost 21. So um, that makes it a lot easier again for me. That's one of the kind of bonuses of doing it when you're later in life, like as I'm a 44-year-old woman. My children have grown, or child has grown, and I'm an independent woman where I'm not worried about relationships and stuff. So that makes it really easy for me. The other stuff that tends to come out of it is like even the intended parents have to sign that they're not going to have sex with anybody else. They have in there what happens if they divorce, who gets the baby, or something like that. I didn't really read that a lot because it wasn't pertaining to me. As long as they have it worked out, that's great. Um, I I don't I don't know if there's anything else that's like really prudent. Your lawyer is going to go through it with you, word for word, step by step. She's going to tell you, or he is going to tell you what you need to know, answer any questions. It takes at least an hour. Um, Mine only took an hour because I did pre-read it and I understood and I knew what questions to ask right away. But they will go through it with you, so you don't have to worry. They'll sit down. I think she had booked an hour and a half to 2 hours for it, but I only needed an hour, so that was really good. Saves money. So and then the kind of more end part is the finances. Now, they're mostly the same or similar for most people, but you can make changes. And my lawyer made changes. I don't understand them, but my lawyer made changes. And I'm like, well, you know what you're doing. I put my trust in her because um, she's been doing this a really long time. And it's the one that the agency sent for me. So I'm trusting her, and she seemed really nice in our conversation. So I got really good feel from her. I'm an empath, so if I don't get a good feeling from someone, then I wouldn't have continued with her. I wouldn't have. I would have asked a lot more questions and gotten her not to just allow her to be okay with the changes she was making. I'd get her to explain them to a T, but I felt really comfortable with her. So I did negotiate because I'm a bigger woman, and I know that um, I I've had two pregnancies, and my first one I gained 60 pounds. I was skinny before. Now look at me, but I do it again for my daughter. And then my second one I didn't gain too much, which is great because I already gained the weight. But I looked like a house. Everybody kept asking, "Are you having twins?" So because of the way things were with that, I wanted to make sure, and all my clothes are tight right now because I lost some weight. I've gained some of it back, but I've lost some weight. Um, my clothes actually I've been buying to fit instead of to hide. So I asked, I'm gonna outgrow these some of like at least the pants pretty quick, and then it's a whole nother season, which is good because if I'm bigger over the summer, that's definitely better. But I don't know how fast I'm going to grow because it's my third baby, so um, you tend to get bigger faster with more children. I don't know if that is like 2 and 3 or if that's just from your first to your second. I don't know. We'll find out. So I had negotiated a little bit higher for maternity clothes, and as long as your IPs are good for that, intended parents, sorry, are good for that, and they're okay with that and they understand, then that's fine. But in all fairness, I'm not billing them for everything that comes through my door that I am entitled to bill them for, because I didn't do this for money. I want to make sure that I have clothes, and then, if I eat a little more, then maybe I'll claim some of my groceries, but I'm not claiming them for like I'm not, they need to raise this baby when they're done. So I'm not billing everything. There's already stuff that I haven't billed that, I'm totally entitled to bill for. Like my last prenatal, it's kind of in part because I lost the receipt. I'm not worried about it. Like if I was really stressed, I would find a way to get over that, but I don't care. Um, it's really basic, and I eat anyway, so I'm not going to claim all of my groceries. I'm not eating because of the pregnancy. I may be eating more and a little differently because of the pregnancy, because when I'm pregnant, even though I gain the 60 pounds, you never know it, but I eat so much healthier when I'm pregnant because I need to protect this little bambino, my little peanut. Well, it's not my peanut, but I'm growing it, so um, so yeah, so the contracts are pretty simple and straightforward. If you have any questions, you can put them down in the link below. If you enjoyed this and you want to keep following my journey and my Canadian surrogacy journey, then hit the subscribe button and ring the bell, and it'll let you know when I upload more content. Now I have an exciting one to go and record. Since I had to redo this one, we have an exciting one coming up. So maybe I'll see you in that one. All right, take care. God bless.